today is a really fantastic effort for us to train the thigh muscles. So we're working on lengthening the muscles so we can produce longer, stronger postures that take us lying backwards. And it's really important to remember that when you work through the thigh, they will feel like they're pulling and tugging a little bit. So we're going to take it really easy and go through the levels of practice, and you must stay within your own effort. So if it's easy and you're enjoying the posture, stay with it. If you feel that you might like to increase it a little, then you can. But if you take it too far and think, oh no, it's a bit tight, go back to the easy. It's really important that you work through and be safe and enjoy. So working on postures we haven't done for a while, and postures we'd like to improve and grow stronger with. Let's begin mountain, standing, tall. Lift the chin gently just so that you feel you have height. Shoulders level. Breathe calm. So we're working through a lengthening stretch. Clasp the hands in front gently. Exhale completely, squeeze the breath from your belly. Inhale, lengthen up with the arms. Exhale, and you breathe normally. Lift taller. Let's add strength to our stretch, pulling upwards. Wonderful. Relax the elbows. We'll take a side bend to the left. Inhale. Exhale, and left side bend slowly as you come down. You're aware of the squeeze to the waist. And you breathe. Pull gently the right arm and be aware of the stretch you feel right side of the body. Easy elbows. Inhale upright. Exhale and right side down, very slowly feel. Breathe, calm. Pull gently the left arm, be aware of the stretch. Elbows. Inhale upright. Exhale, release the hands, arms to your sides. And we'll stand mountain. We're going to work on a stretch for the thigh. I'm going to turn sideways on. You can stay facing me. So as we stand mountain, making sure we have enough room to step back a little, we're going to work with the left leg first. Inhale, and exhale, squeeze the breath from your belly, step back with your left ball of the foot, and as you finish the exhalation, bending the knees and sinking down. Breathe. Straight down to the fingertips. Be strong in your belly. Lift the chin gently so you're not dropping down and tipping forward. Focus. You should feel some pull from the hip into the thigh and from the calf to the Achilles. Inhale and push straight up. and step, in and breathe. To work with the right leg now, prepare. Inhale and step back, right, ball of the foot. Exhale as you bend both knees gently, sinking down a little. And you breathe. Focus on your form. Your shoulders are level across and from the hips. You can feel that little bit of pull from the hip flexor into your thigh and from the calf to your Achilles. Breathe. Wonderful. Prepare. Inhale and push, step in. Exhale. Mountain. A moment, just to give your legs a little shake out. Now you will be facing the length of your mat, so the same as me. And we're going to work on a lunge step back. So we need to be at the top end of the mat. This gives you plenty of room to step back as far as you can safely, to pull down through the hip and into the thigh. Let's really get into these muscles. So again, it will be the left leg to go back step first. Prepare. Inhale. Exhale. Now crouching down, squeeze the breath out your belly and go back with your left. Step back onto ball of the foot. So you're pushing back through that heel, fingertips and a little bit of height. Just breathe normally once you have your lunge. Focus. Try not to tuck your chin under. Allow the stretch to loosen, and then possibly you will sink a little deeper and you will feel that pull again. Be calm and breathe. Wonderful. Now from our lunge, we're going to bring the knee to the floor for monkey. So left knee down with the breath. Prepare. Inhale and knee down. Now exhale and relax. So as you release the breath, you're releasing that squeeze, that bit of pull backwards. So you feel the hips sink forward and down a little. Be calm, breathe. Wonderful. So we've now finished through monkey pose, and we're going to work on something just a little different. Work with me very safely and choose what feels comfortable. So nice and easy, I want you to place the top of your left foot flat and just be comfortable as you are. So from here, just breathe calm, and we're moving backwards now. So we're just going to come back and straighten through with the right leg, and the toes will then point up to the sky. Okay, so just breathe calm for this, because you're going to feel now the stretch to the underside of your right. So probably from beneath the buttock to behind your knee, possibly down to your Achilles. So again, fingertips add more height, that's fine. Stay calm, comfortable. Palms down will give you a little bit more depth, so again, work with what you feel. If you bend the elbows and bring your bottom down to your left heel, you will slide in with your right. So So again, watch for what you feel comfortable with and relax. So taking the stretch down over the top of the right, exhale and breathe. Focus and feel. Wonderful. So we lift the chin, so we just come up slowly from this, palms down. We're pushing forward. Keep your breath calm and just come forward now. Excellent. Bring the hands forward. Come up onto the left, flexion of the toes. With this breath, we're going to simply push, step in and come up to finish the left side sequence. Inhale. Exhale and up, step in and mountain. Breathe, be calm. So now we work with the right side. So exactly the same on this side, stepping back through the lunge, prepare, inhale. Exhale as you come down, squeeze the breath from the belly, step back, right leg as far as you can, and just relax, let the hips sink down. Be aware of the stretch, because at first it's a little bit tight, you might feel a little bit of pull, but let's breathe and feel and relax. Wonderful. So we're preparing now to bring the right knee down into monkey pose. Inhale and right knee down. Exhale and relax. So as you exhale, you're just taking away the squeeze that you might have from the glute, which is pulling you back. So you're relaxing the hips and you feel that little bit of sinking forward. So again, that stretch pulling a little deeper. Breathe calm and feel. Wonderful. Very gently now, place the top of your right foot flat. A moment to be aware the toes are comfortable resting. Prepare now to go backwards. Inhale and go back slowly. And as you exhale, now we're walking the hands in and we're beginning to straighten out with this left. Now, if you are left side weaker, you might feel that the stretch pulls a little deeper, a bit tight. So this is what you've got to watch out for, that you're not trying to match the same as your right. It might not work, so you don't want to strain your muscles. So here is good. What works with your right, remember, won't work with your left. It takes time and practice. So if this is good for you, you stay like this. If you can bring the bottom down, sliding that left foot in, so just sitting. Then again, stay comfortable, breathe. Deepening the stretch, head to knee. Prepare. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe calm and relax. Focus and feel. Lift the head gently. Prepare now. We're not going to stand up with this, we're just going to come forward first, so we lift the bottom off of that right heel. So hands down. Prepare yourself. Inhale and come forward to lift the bottom up. Now exhale here, just take a moment. We're going to step back with that left now, so we just tuck the leg under, so the hand out of the way, left back, and with your hands and knees. Stay as you are, the same as I am, so that we can work together on this. Now, we're going to make sure that we just have enough mat length behind to place the hands down. And we're going to practice sitting on the heels. So in your own time, nice calm breath, bring your bottom down. So you might find that the pressure on the tops of the feet is a little bit hard because of the body weight, so it's pulling, and the flexion of the ankles. So this might not be comfortable for everybody, so you keep your hands on the floor so your bottom is lifted, and with time you will gradually sink down and sit fully. So you've just got that little lift, maybe bottom down. For those who have more practice and a little bit more range of movement, it's easier. You can sit fully upright. So digestion position is for us to work on the spine, so we've got a nice strong back, and to be level across on the shoulders. I want you to exhale and pull your belly in. Whether you have hands down or you're sitting digestion, you can still work the same through your hara, your centre of energy. So breathe and feel. Focus now. We're going to work through quad stretch. Now, thunderbolt is a very, very difficult posture, and it can be quite strenuous for some for lower back because we're taking a back bend. We're going to work through the stages of thunderbolt. Very easy for those who've never done this or haven't done this one for some time. Then we're working to the intermediate level, which means you've done a little bit, but you're not quite there for the full practice posture. So then we've got a more advanced posture, which is head down. I'm going to take you through each stage of the thunderbolt for the thigh, so that you're not straining. Making sure you have a mat length behind you, so you could possibly, for those more practice, bring your head down. Thunderbolt, very easy. Fingertips behind the hips. Never turn your hand round behind you. Your elbow You cannot bend this safely if you are like this. The hands must always point towards your feet. Always think fingers to feet. So palms down if you like, and that gives you a gentle back bend. Okay, so this is fine. This is really good. This is starting maybe a little bit of pull on the thigh and a little bit of movement through the back, range of movement, flexion of the spine. So you can bend the elbows a little. This is still taking you into the beginner's range, and this is quite good for just becoming accustomed to the posture. Not all of it is down to having flexibility, it's about confidence and working with your body. So just breathe calm and feel. So you can stay with this nice, easy thunderbolt. Taking this a touch deeper, the elbows come to the floor. Now for this, the back bend is much deeper and you will feel more pull from the hip flexor into your thigh. So we just hold around the feet. And we just take the elbows down and we're feeling that pull now. Try not to let your head drop back behind your shoulders because that will pull your throat. You can lift the head a little and just tuck the chin down, not to squeeze your breath tight, so you can breathe and feel. So you can maintain this intermediate level and just keep calm. Rest out of this whenever you need to. Don't stay just because I'm here like this. If you need to stop at any time, sit yourself up, just simply push and sit up and take a forward bend. Okay, so resting out whenever you need to. Now for those who've had more practice and have got a little bit more confidence in their lower back, so it's quite scary at first, this one, is to take the top of the head to the floor, so the crown of your head. So we're looking at that wonderful stretch that comes from the throat. So we come down, and now we can feel more. Even for those who've had more practice, you will still feel that little bit of pull in your thigh. As you can see from here now, because I've got the crown of my head on the floor, there's more stretch to the throat. So be aware of what you feel and make sure you can breathe calm. Remember to rest whenever you need. Try to release that squeeze from your bottom. It's very easy sometimes to clench the bottom tight, and then that will put squeeze through the thigh. Try to relax so you feel you're sinking down. Wonderful work. So nice and easy. From this full thunderbolt, we need to come up. So to begin, we just lift the head, tucking the chin to the chest comfortably. From one elbow we push, so I lift my right, pushing up, lifting, and then left, and then I return to digestion position. Now from a back bend, we need to go forward bend, just to release from the arch of the lower back. And you must do this very slowly, and we'll bring the forehead down to the floor. We'll take a breath. Inhale. Exhale slowly. Now you curl your shoulders, you're arching your back over, you're relaxing the shoulders forward, down, and breathe. prepare to sit upright. Inhale and upright, digestion position. Exhale. Breathe calm. And we're going to release from this sit position now because we're probably feeling a little bit cramped. So you can turn and face me. So we untuck the legs nice and easy. And we'll just turn and face the foot. Okay? It doesn't matter that your feet are off the mat. Okay, so we've got ourselves sitting upright. Now, what we're going to work through is the hips to work through the thigh. And this can feel a little bit awkward because when you bend a knee up and bring a knee down to the side, you might feel a little bit of turn on the hip. So we're going to work really gentle with this. We're not timing the breath, we're just going to work and feel and be calm. We'll work with the left leg first. So we're going to bend, left knee up, and simply bring it in as close as we can to the right. And slowly, we're going to allow this left knee to come down to the floor. So as you do this, you will feel here, just at the top of the hip, ball and socket of the hips, that's that little turn down. So if at any point you think that's quite enough, even if your knee's still pointing up, that's fine. Go with what you feel. So working through our stretch, sole of the foot to the inside of the thigh. This would be very similar to the tree pose, standing up. So it's good practice. But when you bring a knee down to the side, you move through the hips. So you start off with both legs forward, which keeps your hips forward. As soon as one knee comes down, you've got this slight turn so that you are in alignment with your hips. Your waist is the way your hips are. Okay? But we need to turn and face down over the top of our right leg. So we're just sitting up and we're taking a breath and we're just allowing this maybe awkward sensation to dissipate. Breathe calm. To work through this stretch now, we're going from beneath the buttock to the back of the knee and possibly down to the back of the heel. Forward stretch over the top of the straight leg. Very similar to our digestion stretch, but this time obviously we've got our angle with the left. Lift the chin. Inhale. Now exhale slowly and bring the chest down, squeeze the breath from the belly. Now you stop at any point, even if you've moved just a tiny bit. You feel, you stop, you go as deep as the stretch will allow. You must never strain or pull. You must never do this bouncy pulling stretch, ever. Nice and easy, just be still. Breathe, enjoy your stretch. Lift the head. Inhale and glide to sit up. Exhale. Breathe. So the forward stretch is wonderful. We've taken it down the back of the straight leg. So the right leg has had a good stretch. It's maybe your strongest side. You will feel from behind the hip into your lower back of your left because we've got that reaching movement. So again, working from the hips. This might feel a little bit more comfortable now. It's had time, but we're going to straighten it, and that's where you'll probably feel the angle. Use the hand, hook under the knee, lift, and then slowly straighten. Rub round the knee, get the circulation moving. Let's be comfortable. So we're going to repeat exactly the same with the the right. So bend the knee up. Bring the sole of the foot to the inside, closer, and then easy breath. You're just bringing this right knee down. And you can see how we've moved from here to here. So just take a moment. Knee, hip, maybe a little bit of pull into the thigh. Wonderful. So you turn through the waist, you're now facing directly over the top of your left. Now again, the forward stretch over the top, being aware of that pull down the back of the leg. You might feel more comfortable on your right side with the hip. Again, just going forward slowly, take your time. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the breath out the belly so you're contracting the abs and you can sink down. And you breathe. So we've got left side stretch. Be very careful of those hamstrings. Give yourself a breath or two to be calm and it'll feel easier. Stretch working up behind the hip into the lower back on your right. And again, this is that little bit of pull we feel because of the reach over. Lift the head gently. Prepare. Inhale and glide to sit up. Exhale. Breathe. Let's give this right leg a little bit of help. So hand under the knee, lift it up and slide it straight slowly. So as you do this, just working on that circulation, rub around the knee and the ankle. Let's get the circulation moving. Wonderful. So we're going to work on a sitting warrior. This is a wonderful stretch. This is going to work from hip flexors down to your thigh. Very similar to digestion position or the thunderbolt, because obviously that pull into the big muscles. But there is another way to do this for those who find sitting back on the heels is rather uncomfortable. And the simplicity of the quad stretch, never underestimate an easier version because it takes you into the bigger postures with time and practice. So I'm going to show you the easier version of our sitting warrior so you can work and be comfortable. So nice and easy. Just come down onto an elbow, doesn't matter. Let's say you work on your left elbow first, you'll have your right leg for your quad stretch. And you're just simply going to pull back, knee behind the hip, holding really tight onto the top of the foot, so you're hugging your heel to the bottom. And you're going to work with a bit of strength, obviously the hold over the top of the foot, making sure that you've got that pull into the hip flexor and the thigh. Try not to let your knee dip to the floor because that's a bad habit and I see it quite a lot and it's not good. It doesn't produce anything apart from a bit of pull and strain, probably around the outer thigh. Okay, we need to work level. Don't lift up higher. Again, that's not a good angle for the hip. Just backwards, simple. So you would do this and hold, and then when I tell you to change over, you simply change over. Exactly the same. So that will take you through a nice quad stretch. For those working through sitting warrior, now you need to make sure that the tops of your feet are on the mat. So I'm sitting as far as I can, just making sure that I've got the tops of my toes comfortable on the mat. Okay, sitting warrior, nice and strong. And we're going to start parting the knees. And you're going to come out as wide as you can. So you're working on your hips, that nice little bit of movement out to the sides. So a little bit of it at a time will do. Hands down in front just to nudge those knees out. So you should be doing quad stretch otherwise on your left. Okay, so coming out quite wide now. Adjust it, take your time. A little bit of wriggling just to produce that posture, to get that stretch. Let your bottom sink down to your heels. So you're sitting down nice and tight. Stay as you are. I'm going to turn sideways on so you can see what it looks like. So this is sitting warrior, just a sideways on view so you can see I've got my bottom comfortably low onto my heels, and you can support with the hands, maybe fingertips if you prefer, and you just want to sit upright. Clasp the hands lightly. Focus. Breathe. Working on that quad stretch, remember left side, you're still holding over the top of the foot, you're tucking the heel as close as you can to the bottom, you're working through the stretch. So left quad stretches, you stay as you are. Warriors, let's go back. So we have hands to the floor behind the hips. And remember, fingertips to toes, so you don't turn around the other way and put strain, a dangerous angle on your elbow. So you're leaning back now. And there we have it, that wonderful pull. Stay with me on this one, quad stretches. You're still holding over the top of that left foot. Wonderful. For those in sitting warrior, nice and easy, inhale and push to sit yourself up. Exhale. Relax. Those in quad stretch for the left side, inhale. Exhale, release your quad stretch and change sides. So you are now working on your right leg for your quad stretch. Come down onto your elbow support. Don't let your chin and your shoulder meet. We need a little bit of push support so you're not sinking down. So quad stretches on right side. Remember, alignment out to the side from the hip, so you're not letting your knee drop to the floor. Nice tuck it in to the bottom. Sitting warriors, we have remained like this. We are still working. Hold onto your quad stretch. And sitting warriors with the breath, we're going to bring the palms down behind us. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe. Focus. Quad stretches, you stay as you are. You hold that heel to your bottom and you maintain your stretch. For those in sitting warrior, we've leaned back gently, we've maybe bent the elbows a little, we've produced a deep stretch. If your knees are starting to rise up off the floor and you're tipping backwards, push yourself to sit up more. You've gone too far and the stretch is lost. As soon as your knees start to come up off the floor, you're just going to be balancing, so you'll lose all of that pull into your thigh. So you only bend the elbows if your knees stay down. Now maybe for those who've done Thunderbolt numerous times, You might be able to bring your elbows down. Quad stretches, you stay with me on this one. You stay as long as it takes. You can bring the crown of the head down and work through. It really depends on how comfortable you feel from our sitting warrior to a deeper back bend. Quad stretches, you're still holding on. Excellent. For those in our back bend, prepare, elbows push, lift the head. All of us to come out of this. Inhale and push, sit up. Exhale and breathe. So quad stretches, you should have relaxed that leg down now, so your right leg is resting down. Sitting yourself up to face me, and I'm going to turn and face you. As we come round to the front. From our sitting warrior, we pull the legs closer together, and we're going to untuck and straighten the legs. So all of us sitting the same. Excellent. Wonderful. Okay. When you work through anything that keeps your knees bent for a while, you're going to need a moment or two just to get the circulation moving. So just wriggle your toes and just give yourself a moment to get the circulation back. So maybe just a little rub over the tops of the feet, round behind the knees. Excellent. L shape. L shape is a nice strong back, sitting upright, legs straight forward, and toes up. Nice, easy breath. We're going to stand nice and slowly, so we're going to bend the knees up now, feet flat to the floor. Tuck the legs under. This is to prepare us to stand upright, so we're not going to be tucked under for too long. So just bring in those feet under the bottom. And again, remember when we did this in the beginning of the session, we could have hands down, or you can sit up fully. Wonderful. Fingertips to the floor in front of your knees, and then come up onto the flexion of your toes. Now, you stay facing me. I'm going to turn sideways on, and I just want you to see the flexion of the toes. So it's the ball of the foot rather than turning out onto the little toes. So you've got that little bit of push backwards, just stretching the soles of the feet. It's really important. Bring the hands in and come up onto your fingertips. We're going to stand upright. I'll stay facing sideways on. You can stay facing me because we'll be upright in a moment. Inhale, push knees up off the floor. Exhale and up, slowly. Stand, breathe. Wonderful. Give your legs that shake out and turn, facing the front if you've been the same way as me. So we're facing each other now. Okay, let's work through a forward bend, nice and easy. Inhale. Exhale, flat back, hinge from the hips. Focus as you come down, hands glide down the legs, slowly. Complete breath and you breathe normally.
focus now as we stand mountain. Lift the head gently, align with the spine. Prepare. Inhale and up, strong back. Exhale.
Breathe. Calm. Feel. Excellent. It's a big round. Thank you very much. I hope to see you again soon.